Nigeria is a country blessed with numerous resources.
Join me.
Join me.
Join me. Join me. Experience Niger.
In 1922, Chief Obele, an hunter, during one of his expeditions, chanced upon an elusive cave and broken pottery works scattered all over its vicinity. He returned to the people of Isarun, descendants of the Iloru people, and broke the news of his discovery to the traditional ruler. He was officially accorded the rediscovery of the Cave of Ashes, also known as Iho Eleeru, located in Isarun, Ifedore local government area of Ondo State, Nigeria. Obele's finding is termed rediscovery because evidences that the rock had earlier on accommodated human habitation abounds. The cave played a significant role in the archaeological history of West Africa. In 1968, Professor Thurston Shaw of the then University of Ile-Ife, now Obafemi Awolowo University, conducted an intensive and extensive research and exploration on the cave and found pottery works and the excavated remains of a Homo sapien skeleton, which seemed to have been buried in standing position, holding a pot with 16 inlets. The skeleton excavated from the site dated as far back as 1000 BC, and Professor Shaw's book, History of West African Archaeology, Volume 1. Situated about 24 kilometers from Akure, the Ondo State capital, Isarun is about 20 minutes drive from Akure, while the cave is a 40-minute bike ride from this village because the terrain is quite unfavorable to motorists. Located in a thick forest, more or less left in its natural form, rocks of different sizes and peculiarities surround this cave, one of which has engravings that locals believe to be Ifa oracle's divination. This site is essentially an untapped tourist attraction around Akure. Iho Eleeru was officially recognized as a tourist attraction in 1992.
This is a place where they call Iho Eleeru, but it is a long places. But the area we want to know today, we will know the first one here, and where there is Arabic district like Udifa. Then others are still on up, but we cannot be able to be there because we are yet to clear. We are yet to clear the places. At that place that we are yet to be cleared, there is Okoyo there, where they use Ayo to play, and there is one conga at that dry season or dry season that is not. The well is okay. There will be plenty of water there, either in the afternoon, in the rainy season, and in the dry season.
Presently, the cave and its surroundings are still very much in its pristine state and has numerous potentials for archaeology, history, and tourism. Still buried within the silt sands flooring the cave are hundreds of leftover pot sherds, cutting tools also known as flints, used by ancient man who dwelt at the cave, as well as congealed reddish material used as paint by prehistoric man. The Yoruba people call it Akpakpa Robo. Also, on one of the big rocks surrounding the cave, a long Ifa inscription is engraved which bears similarity to the one found at the Idonre Hills, known as Adiyekowe Oyibo Kati inscription.
Okay. Tó dàbí bí tí cement wa ẹ wo àárín yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ kó yàtọ̀ sí lọ́dà náírà òkúta.
Ojú track tó máa ń gbà lọ nígbà ẹsẹ̀ wọn ayé ìgbà yẹn nìyẹn. Ló yọ track méjì
Kẹ̀kiri bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn.
ló yọ track méjì.
Ó wò bẹ́ẹ̀. Tó o ti ká ní.
Tábà gbọ́ gbẹlẹ̀ tábà
Tó bá ti jẹ́ tó bá ti jẹ́ pé ẹ̀sùn mẹ́yìn díẹ̀. Ẹ tún wo òkè bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Lókè lọ kẹ́tìrí. Ó ti rí níbi tó dàbí bá ní pé wọ́n ṣe àlùwàlá sí lókè.
Speaking on the discovery of the Cave of Ashes, the Asarun of Isarun land, Oba Joseph Adebobola Awolehin, explained that the discovery of the cave laid to rest the argument that East Africa had been in existence before the West African forest was occupied. He said with the research carried out by a group of English archaeologists led by Professor Thurston Shaw in 1968, it showed that the forest fringe of West Africa had been occupied as far back as 9200 BC. According to Oba Awulehin, Shaw and his team conducted an intensive and extensive research and exploration on the place, where they evacuated bones of Stone Age men in a cave, indicated that the person evacuated some 11,200 years ago, who was alive, spoke the Yoruba language.
Like I saw at the company and it will detect it.
Okay.
So look below see kini, not the museum, National Museum. It's a European man, Oniboni.
I'm too sure.
Relaying the history of the place, the traditional ruler said his forefathers lived on the hill known as Iloro before migrating to their present abode. He explained that the occupants of the hill were predominantly farmers, while the women engaged in the art of pottery known as Isha and sold to the people of the area. When asked about the bones evacuated from the place, as reported by the English archaeologists, he said, there were so many artifacts evacuated from the site, aside the human bones exhumed from the cave, such as pottery works dating as far back as 1000 BC. Parts of the skeleton are kept at the University of Ibadan and the Owo Museum of Antiquities, while a cast of the skull was said to have been taken to London for research purposes. As compelling as the discoveries from the cave are, and the global recognition given to Isarun, not much has been done by the government on leveraging on the tourist potential that lies within the cave. The people of the community lamented how they had been neglected. The road of about 4 or 5 miles to the site was nothing to write home about, and it worsened when it rained. Though there are still hundreds of leftover potsheds, there are also cotton tools used by men centuries ago who resided at the cave. While one of the rocks had an inscription with an engraving that could not be deciphered, the tour guide, Chief Alonge, wondered why the site was abandoned by the state government even after the place was named as a national monument some years ago. He said many people had visited the place in the past to find out about the cave, noting that the people of the community were not encouraged by the government.
Important area to yẹ ká wò níbẹ̀ àrí owó tí a lè fi ṣe ibẹ̀ yẹn kànga wà ńbẹ̀. Then ibi tá ti máa ń tayò ọlọ́pọ́n ó wà ńbẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n ìyẹn sì wà lókè lọ́hùn tó jìnnà. Then kò dẹ̀ sí ọ̀nà tí a lè gbà débẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n tó bá ti jẹ́ time tẹ́ máa padà wá Ọlọ́run ti fún ìlú wa ní owó tí a fi lè kílẹ̀ ẹbẹ̀ sílẹ̀ tó dẹ̀ jẹ́ pé gbogbo èèyàn a máa wá wo bẹ̀. So ó kù ibi tí kànga wà, kànga yẹn kì í gbẹ nígbà òjò nígbà ẹ̀rùn. Then àti ibi tó ti ṣe ọpọ́n yò wà bẹ̀ àti ibi tó lè gba 4 flat lórí bẹ̀ àyè wà bẹ̀. Ìlú tí a wà yìí ó ní Erigi. Àwa àti bí àti Isarun lájọ ní same ward lájọ lò ní Ìfẹ́dọ̀rẹ́ local government. This place is Erigi community under the leadership of our His Royal Highness Oba G. Adebobola Wule JP. And the people here, they are the people that here to settle themselves as farmers and businessmen. And they are very good in politics and other things in this area. So whatever we are doing in our community, they always support us.
So we're going back down to the chief's palace, and then I will hopefully get to interview him, and then hear firsthand, because I believe if there's anyone who has firsthand knowledge of everything concerning Iho Eleeru, it would be the chief. So we're going to talk to him and find out, what he knows, pick his brain a little, try to get as much information as possible. Let us know, because this place is untapped.
ogun alájagun kọ́ wà lórí gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá àti ìrìsàn ìlú kò tó kọjá 11,200 years. Ìwé ilé fi hàn pé òun láti jẹ́ lélẹ̀ gan-an lórísun ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Àrìnlájú àwọn aṣáájú wa òun lé àwọn ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìlú ti fi gba àgbà òṣáájú. Ìgbà tí wọ́n ti gbé ìwé jáde àti ìdálókù gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì mú ní ọ̀dọ̀ wa níbí Àkúrẹ́ ìdálókù gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì ṣe wà nígbà tí ìwé jáde gbogbo ohun tó ń dẹ̀ kó lọ níbẹ̀ pátápátá bí òòṣà lójú mẹ́rìndínlógún gbogbo rẹ̀ lóyìnbó ní ya fọ́tò rẹ̀ síbí ó dùn mí pé nǹkan bí 1938 dé òyìnbó yẹn ọ̀tẹ̀ káì fún yé ọmọ ń gẹ̀ẹ́tì dé kó tó ṣe gẹ̀ẹ́tì dé nìkan bí 1960 ṣá gbogbo ẹ̀ wà nínú ìlú kékeré inú ìlú lérú wọn ti kó kékeré wọn nígbà. Ìbá ní ìfẹ́ sí ìlú ìfìdí ìwọ̀.
What the cabbage is trying to tell you, wait a bit, that what the man discovered at that Iho Eleeru is that European man, the person that brought out this paper, that they have been searching for it since 1938, but when it got to 1960, that all those things that those European people packed away from that Iho Eleeru where we are now coming from, now in this book